So what's up, y'all? It's Bobby. This is just a rough draft, I guess, of things I want to talk about on this channel. I I had some newfound motivation like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yo, I should start streaming again and whatnot, right? And honestly, what's been stopping me is the fact that my rig is worse than it was when I was streaming before. I'm basically just using like a budget rig, decent GPU, but the CPU is bad. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that for too long. The point of this video is just to talk about some stuff that's been on my mind in the game industry, and we just got some news today about Sony just ditching physical altogether, or PlayStation ditching physical altogether and going straight digital. On top of that, Xbox closing mad studios. Um, let's just talk about Xbox for a second. So I don't want to be like the "I told you so" kind of person, right? Because I'm really not like that. And a clock is right twice a day. Um, so anyone could have been right about this. Um, I would back when they said that they were going to put Call of Duty on Game Pass. Back when they said they were going to do this, I'm just like, I was always questioning. Like, I'm like, and everyone's excited for this, and I'm like, as a consumer, right? As a consumer, I'm like, I guess I ain't gotta buy no Call of Duty again, right? I ain't gotta never purchase a Call of Duty ever again. Excuse me. And I had the grandfather Game Pass, so I had the grandfather Game Pass, so it was cheap. I'm getting Call of Duty for like what I think it was like $12 to play the newest Call of Duty, and I'm just like, okay, that's that's good. But then from a business perspective, I'm like, why would you put this game on Game Pass when it's the top seller in the world every year? Every what, November we get a Call of Duty. It's always top in the charts. It always is. Everyone's buying Call of Duty for $70. And now that you own Activision, you're literally making 30% of that on PlayStation. Every copy sold over there, you're making money off of it and you can sell it. I'm like, why would you put this on Game Pass? Like, yeah, it establishes goodwill, right? Which I guess what that was Phil's whole thing. He cared. I think he actually cared. Like, and that's probably why he did it. But at the same time, like, I don't think it was a good idea to do it. Like, that's money. That's money that you just throwing away. And I feel like the better route to that, what you could have done is you could have just released Call of Duty as it is, right? Don't even got to say nothing about Game Pass and Call of Duty come to Game Pass. Release Call of Duty as is, right? And then you could release that thing on Game Pass in a year. And the Call of Duty games, they don't naturally die. Like, I mean, we do get one every year, right? But the previous one isn't just instantly dead. Um, it usually stays alive for a little bit because it has a whole bunch of DLC and passes that go all throughout the year. People ain't there day one. You could boot up probably the previous Call of Duty before this Black Ops 7, right? And find people on it still. Like, it doesn't just die. Yeah, most of the community goes in, but again, you could put that on Game Pass in a year, let it sell through the holiday season, and then put it in a year. Actually, you could do it in 6 months. So put it in November, November 11th, whatever day you like to release it on, right? And then come summertime, come June of the next year, put it on Game Pass after it sells through, and you're already announcing the next Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I don't understand why you would just put it on Game Pass and just let everybody get it. And mind you, the very smart intellectual people, they've already cheated the hell out of Game Pass. And by that, I mean they already got multiple years of Game Pass for like as little as $10, $8. Back when I don't even know if Best Buy still sells the cards. I used to work there and we used to sell them, right? And just to go off topic for a little bit, but still on topic. Um, for Black Friday at Best Buy, we used to sell the year of PlayStation Plus and the year of Xbox Gold at the time, which is Xbox Gold. We used to sell them things on Black Friday for like $25. So down from 60 to $25 per year for, and that was on Black Friday. So people would come in and buy like four or five of them because you giving me four for the price of two at that point. Like a little bit less than the price of two, since they were like 60 per or something like that. 25, that's a no-brainer. So people did this with PlayStation Plus as well. Like, and so people was already in. And then when the Game Pass started rolling out, right? I mean, I was in Best Buy in like 2016, I want to say. And when Xbox Game Pass started rolling out, they had that whole, they didn't have the conversion thing yet, but basically the highest tier of gold was the equivalent of the best Game Pass. At the time, it really wasn't no crazy tiers on Game Pass. It was just it was just two tiers, I think. Just like a silver and then one with the gold membership included, whatever, whatever. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is people already jumped on this bandwagon and bought the hell out of their subscriptions. So they're not paying you right now. You're not getting paid for those Game Pass subscribers that you thought was you are getting paid for. And we're over here spouting like 30 million, 40 million Game Pass subscribers. Yeah, a lot of them they cheated the system. They were smart. Me included. I did it as well, but I only did it for like I only did 3 years of both. I didn't do nothing crazy. Um, anyway, the whole point of that was to say I got Call of Duty for nothing. Right? Y'all just put the game on there and I could play Call of Duty. I was able to play Ninja Gaiden, which, mind you, I would have bought. I would have bought, but I didn't have to. And that's the point I'm trying to make. If you know a game is going to sell, right? If you know a game is going to sell like crazy when it comes out, um, not like, again, not every game could be Expedition. Expedition 33 is a special case. That game sold regardless of it being on Game Pass. It still sold like crazy. But not every game gonna do that, right? People are starting to get smarter, and you got hardworking people out here. Every dollar counts. They're penny pinching. They're not gonna spend those $70, $80 on Call of Duty. But anyway, if you know a game is gonna sell, why would you put it on Game Pass, man? And then and then you say like we're doing so good. Our numbers are so good. Everything is going great. And then you getting rid of studios. Like you, it's it's like you're telling us one thing, but then like we close the studio when they're not performing to expectations, right? The example being the ones that made Hi-Fi Rush, closing the studio, even though you just came out and said sorry, even though you just came out and said Hi-Fi Rush exceeded expectations. Excuse me, you closed the studio. So then it's like, why? Like, it, make it make sense. It's times like that where I wish I was in the room so I could understand the mindset. Like, not saying I'm gonna provide all this guidance, but I feel like you need you need somebody that's there that knows what the hell is going on that you guys can't see. You guys are only thinking, and if you guys are only thinking about money, you already messed up. And if it was me, I would have done it differently, Phil. But that said, I really think he really cared, and perhaps he cared too much, and that's why they fired him or whatever. Did he step down and get fired? I think he got fired. I think he got fired. Anyway, um, that's all I wanted to say for now. Like I said, this was just like a little test video. I wanted to speak about Xbox a little bit. I'll speak about PlayStation in a later video, depending on how this gets received. Um, yeah, help me. I'm gonna reach out to some friends and ask them to help me set up something a little bit better. As you can see, I'm doing like the fakest shit here. I'm doing the fakest crap. This is me on a Discord call by myself with the camera on, and it's a shitty ass Logitech camera recording myself talking to you guys with blur because my room look kind of crazy right now. So I put the blur. But yeah, let me know what you think. I would love to hear you guys' opinions. Whoever decides to watch this video, reach out to me. Or I love to have a discussion. I would love to be convinced, like, or maybe you could turn me to your side as to why the whole Call of Duty thing was a good idea, because I really don't think it was. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'm not gonna say like and subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.